Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and powerful gods. Few figures loom as large in the Egyptian pantheon as Anubis. Instantly recognizable with his jackal head and lean, muscular body, Anubis served as a guide and protector for souls navigating the perilous journey into the afterlife. He is the guardian of the dead, the overseer of mummification, and the weigher of hearts. Anubis represents more than just death. He embodies rebirth, transformation, and the eternal cycle of life, death, and resurrection. His image is ubiquitous in Egyptian art, often depicted attending to the deceased or presiding over the weighing of the heart ceremony. Anubis's prominence in Egyptian mythology reflects the ancient Egyptians' deep fascination with death and the afterlife. They believed that death was not the end, but a transition to another realm. Anubis played a pivotal role in ensuring the safe passage of souls into this enigmatic realm. Anubis's origins are shrouded in mystery, with various myths offering different accounts of his parentage. However, he is most commonly regarded as the son of Osiris, the god of the underworld, and Nephthys, the goddess of magic and protection. This lineage placed Anubis at the heart of the Egyptian underworld's intricate workings. His association with jackals stems from their scavenging nature and their presence in cemeteries, which led ancient Egyptians to believe that these creatures held dominion over the dead. Anubis's role extended far beyond simply guarding the deceased. He was intricately involved in the mummification process, a sacred ritual the ancient Egyptians believed was essential for ensuring the soul's survival in the afterlife. Anubis oversaw the embalming, wrapping, and burial of the deceased. His expertise in mummification earned him the title, "He who is upon his mountain," referring to the place where bodies were prepared for burial. Anubis's most crucial role, however, was as the guide and protector of souls navigating the treacherous paths of the underworld. He led the deceased through the various trials and tribulations that awaited them on their journey to the Hall of Two Truths, where their hearts would be weighed against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth and justice. This iconic ceremony, known as the weighing of the heart, determined the fate of the deceased in the afterlife. Anubis, the impartial judge, carefully balanced the scales. If the heart was lighter than the feather, signifying a life lived in accordance with Maat's principles, the deceased was granted entry into the eternal paradise of the Field of Reeds. However, if the heart was heavier, burdened by sin and wrongdoing, the soul was devoured by Ammit, the monstrous devourer of souls. This chilling consequence underscores the importance of living a righteous life in the eyes of the ancient Egyptians. Anubis's association with death likely stems from the Egyptians' observations of jackals. These creatures were often seen scavenging near cemeteries. Over time, Anubis evolved into the divine protector of the deceased. He became linked with mummification, ensuring the soul's safe passage. Anubis was the patron god of embalmers, guiding this sacred ritual. Anubis's role as a protector extended beyond the physical realm. He was also believed to safeguard the deceased from malevolent spirits and demons lurking in the underworld. Ancient Egyptian texts depict him as a vigilant guardian, standing watch over tombs and cemeteries, ensuring the sanctity of the deceased's final resting place. His presence provided comfort to the living and reassurance that their loved ones were in safe hands. Furthermore, Anubis played a crucial role in guiding the deceased through the perilous journey to the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that the journey to the underworld was fraught with dangers. These dangers included treacherous landscapes, fierce beasts, and the judgment of the gods. Anubis, with his knowledge of the underworld's pathways and rituals, acted as a guide and protector. He ensured that the deceased successfully navigated the challenges and reached the Hall of Two Truths for their final judgment. Anubis's image is one of the most recognizable in Egyptian art, instantly identifiable by his black jackal head and lean, muscular human body. The black color was significant. It represented not only the decay associated with death, but also the fertile black silt of the Nile, symbolizing rebirth and regeneration. Anubis's duality, encompassing both death and resurrection, made him a complex and fascinating figure in the Egyptian pantheon. In early depictions, Anubis is often shown as a full jackal, highlighting his ancient connection to the animal world and the raw power of nature. However, as his role evolved, he was increasingly depicted in a more anthropomorphic form. This form emphasized his role as a protector and guide for humanity. This shift in iconography reflects the evolving understanding of Anubis's role within Egyptian society, transitioning from a fearsome deity associated with the wilderness to a compassionate guide for souls navigating the afterlife. Anubis's significance in Egyptian mythology is evident in his prominent role in ancient religious texts, particularly the Pyramid texts, the oldest known religious writings in the world. These texts, inscribed on the walls of pyramids from the Old Kingdom period, provide valuable insights into the Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife and Anubis's role within it. The Pyramid texts depict Anubis as a powerful deity responsible for conducting the deceased to the afterlife and presenting them to Osiris for judgment. They emphasize Anubis's role in the mummification process, describing him as the one who wraps the body and makes the mummy. He's also depicted as a protector of tombs, warding off evil spirits and ensuring the sanctity of the deceased's final resting place. The Pyramid texts clearly establish Anubis's central role in the Egyptian afterlife beliefs. They highlight his importance as a guide, protector, and guarantor of safe passage for souls journeying to the realm of Osiris. Anubis's association with mummification is perhaps his most renowned role in Egyptian mythology. The ancient Egyptians believed that preserving the body was essential for the soul's survival in the afterlife. They developed elaborate mummification practices to halt decomposition. This sacred art form was imbued with deep religious significance. It was a testament to their belief in the afterlife and reverence for the dead. The mummification procedure began with the removal of the deceased's internal organs, which were preserved separately in canopic jars. The body was then cleansed with salts and natron, anointed with fragrant oils and resins, wrapped in linen bandages, and adorned with amulets and charms. Anubis guided the embalmers, ensuring each step was precise. This process connected the deceased to the divine realm and prepared them for the afterlife. Once the mummification process was complete, Anubis's role continued in the opening of the mouth ceremony. This ritual, performed at the tomb's entrance, reanimated the deceased's senses for the afterlife. Using a special instrument, the officiant touched the mummy's mouth, eyes, ears, and nose, restoring these senses. This marked the final transition to the realm of the dead. Beyond his role in mummification, Anubis was also revered as the guardian of the necropolis, the vast cemeteries that housed the tombs of the ancient Egyptians. He was believed to patrol these sacred grounds, protecting the deceased from grave robbers and malevolent spirits seeking to disturb their eternal rest. His image, often depicted on tomb walls and sarcophagi, served as a powerful deterrent against any who dared to desecrate the sanctity of the dead. Anubis's vigilance extended beyond the physical realm. He was also believed to safeguard the deceased from spiritual threats, guiding them through the perilous underworld and protecting them from the demons and dangers that lurked there. His presence offered solace to the living, knowing that their loved ones were safe under his watchful eye, both in the physical and spiritual realms. Anubis's role as guardian of the necropolis highlights the Egyptians' deep respect for their ancestors and their unwavering belief in the afterlife's reality. Anubis's most crucial role in the afterlife, however, came during the weighing of the heart ceremony. This pivotal event, depicted in numerous funerary texts and tomb paintings, determined the fate of the deceased in the afterlife. After navigating the treacherous underworld, the deceased arrived at the Hall of Two Truths, where their heart, symbolizing their character and deeds in life, was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, representing truth, justice, and cosmic order. Anubis, the impartial judge, presided over this momentous occasion. He carefully balanced the scales, his keen eyes missing nothing. If the heart was lighter than the feather, signifying a life lived in accordance with Ma'at's principles, the deceased was deemed worthy of entering the field of reeds, the Egyptian paradise. However, if the heart was heavier, burdened by sin and wrongdoing, it was devoured by Ammit, the fearsome devourer of souls, condemning the deceased to eternal oblivion. The weighing of the heart ceremony stands as one of the most iconic and enduring images from ancient Egyptian mythology. Depicted on papyrus scrolls and tomb walls, the scene unfolds with Anubis, the divine embalmer and guardian of the underworld, playing a central role. He stands tall and imposing, his black jackal head a stark contrast to the white linen kilt he wears, symbolizing the delicate balance between life and death that he embodies. In this pivotal ritual, the heart of the deceased, representing their essence and moral compass, was meticulously weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, justice, and cosmic order. Anubis, with unwavering precision, carefully balanced the scales, his keen eyes missing nothing. The fate of the deceased hung in the balance, their heart heavy with the deeds of their mortal life. The myth of Osiris, his treacherous murder by his brother Set, and his subsequent resurrection is central to Egyptian mythology. Anubis plays a pivotal role in this epic tale, showcasing his skills as the master of embalming and his unwavering loyalty to the deceased. When Osiris, the god of fertility and the underworld, was murdered and dismembered by his envious brother Set, his body parts were scattered across Egypt. Isis, Osiris's devoted wife, searched tirelessly and with the help of Anubis, recovered the pieces of her husband's body. Together, in a secret chamber, they embarked on the first mummification, Anubis carefully piecing together Osiris's fragmented form. He applied his divine knowledge, wrapping the body in sacred linen bandages, anointing it with fragrant oils, and adorning it with protective amulets. Through this act, Anubis not only restored Osiris's physical form, but also facilitated his transition to the afterlife, where he became the ruler of the underworld. In addition to his role as embalmer and guardian, Anubis also served as a psychopomp, a guide who led the souls of the deceased through the treacherous paths of the underworld. The journey to the afterlife was fraught with dangers, filled with treacherous landscapes, fierce beasts, and deceptive deities eager to prey on lost souls. Anubis, with his intimate knowledge of the underworld's hidden ways and rituals, acted as a protector and guide. He led the deceased through the winding corridors and treacherous trials, ensuring their safe arrival at the Hall of Two Truths for judgment. His presence provided comfort and reassurance to the departed, guiding them towards their final destination. The myth of Anubis and the battle against Set highlights Anubis's unwavering loyalty to Osiris and his role as a protector of the innocent. When Set, the god of chaos and violence, usurped Osiris's throne and plunged the world into disarray, Anubis fought bravely alongside Horus, Osiris's son, to avenge his father and restore order to the cosmos. During the epic battle, Anubis used his cunning and strength, outwitting Set's minions and protecting Horus from harm. He is often depicted in this myth as a fierce warrior, armed with his staff and a magical blade, defending the righteous and vanquishing the forces of darkness. Protector of the lost. Beyond his grand mythological roles, Anubis was also revered as a protector of the lost and vulnerable. In ancient Egyptian society, children held a special place, and their well-being was of paramount importance. Anubis, with his compassionate nature, extended his protection to these innocent souls, guarding them from harm and ensuring their safe passage into the afterlife should they perish before their time. Amulets depicting Anubis were often placed in tombs, offering protection and guidance to the departed. His image was believed to ward off evil spirits and ensure the safe passage of the soul into the afterlife. He was a beacon of hope for those navigating the uncertainties of both life and death. The legacy of Anubis in myths. The myths and stories surrounding Anubis provide a glimpse into the ancient Egyptians' understanding of death and the afterlife. They believed death was not an end, but a transition to another realm, a journey fraught with challenges, but also filled with the promise of eternal life. Anubis, with his multifaceted roles as embalmer, guardian, guide, and protector, embodied these beliefs. He represented not only the inevitability of death, but also the hope of rebirth and renewal. His image, ubiquitous in Egyptian art and mythology, serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of life, death, and the enduring belief in a world beyond our own. Anubis's legacy continues to fascinate and inspire, offering a glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian beliefs and the human desire to find meaning in the face of mortality. Centers of veneration. Anubis, the jackal-headed god of mummification and guide of souls, held a position of immense reverence in the ancient Egyptian pantheon. His worship, spanning millennia, permeated all levels of society, from the grand temples of the pharaohs to the humble homes of everyday Egyptians. While his presence was felt throughout the land, certain cities and regions became synonymous with his cult, developing into prominent centers of veneration. One such city was Sinopolis, located in Upper Egypt. Its very name, meaning City of the Dog in Greek, reflects the city's deep connection to Anubis, often depicted in canine form. Here, within the grand temple complex, priests meticulously performed daily rituals, offering prayers, incense, and sacrifices to honor the divine embalmer. The temple, adorned with intricate carvings and statues of Anubis, served as a focal point for pilgrims seeking the god's blessings and guidance on their journey to the afterlife. Priests of Anubis, guardians of the sacred rites. Central to the worship of Anubis was a dedicated priesthood, maintaining the sanctity of his temples and performing intricate rituals. These priests underwent rigorous training, mastering mummification and religious ceremonies. Their lives were dedicated to serving Anubis, guided by purity and precision. They played a pivotal role in mummification, their skills passed down through generations. Offerings to Anubis, gifts for safe passage. Offerings formed an integral part of Anubis's worship, representing a tangible expression of devotion and a means of seeking the god's favor. Egyptians from all walks of life brought gifts to his temples, hoping to secure his protection in this life and safe passage into the next. Food and drink, symbolic of sustenance for the journey to the afterlife, were common offerings, carefully arranged on altars before the god's statue. Incense, its fragrant smoke carrying prayers to the heavens, filled the temple air, creating an ethereal atmosphere of reverence and supplication. Flowers, representing the beauty and transience of life, were also common offerings. In addition to these material gifts, Egyptians offered prayers and hymns of praise, expressing their gratitude for Anubis's protection and guidance. These offerings, both material and spiritual, served to strengthen the bond between the divine and the mortal, ensuring the god's continued benevolence. Festivals and processions honoring the divine embalmer. The veneration of Anubis extended beyond the confines of temple walls, finding vibrant expression in grand festivals and processions that punctuated the Egyptian calendar. These events, drawing crowds from far and wide, were joyous occasions to celebrate the god's power and seek his blessings. One such festival, known as the Procession of Anubis, involved carrying a sacred statue of the god through the streets, accompanied by music, dance, and the chanting of hymns. The procession wound its way through the city, stopping at designated shrines and temples, where offerings were made and blessings were bestowed. The air crackled with excitement and anticipation as the god's presence filled the streets, reaffirming his role as protector and guide. These festivals were not merely religious observances, but also important social events, fostering a sense of community and shared belief. Anubis, in personal piety, seeking the protector's guidance. Beyond the grand temples and public festivals, Anubis also held a place of honor in the homes and hearts of everyday Egyptians. Amulets bearing his image, often crafted from faience or precious metals, were worn as protective talismans, warding off evil spirits and ensuring the wearer's safety in both this life and the next. Small statues of the god placed in homes served as a constant reminder of his presence and protection. In times of uncertainty or grief, individuals would turn to Anubis in prayer, seeking his solace and guidance. He was seen not just as a god of death, but as a compassionate protector, offering comfort and hope in the face of mortality. This personal connection with the divine embalmer reflects the deeply spiritual nature of ancient Egyptian society, where the gods were not distant entities, but ever-present forces in the lives of mortals. Beyond the sands of time, Anubis, the jackal-headed deity, captivates the modern imagination. His image now graces tattoos, jewelry, movies, and video games. Ancient mythology resonates with contemporary audiences. Anubis's allure lies in his striking appearance and complex role. As the god of mummification, he balances life and death. He is both a guardian and a guide in the afterlife. This duality makes him a compelling figure. Anubis's resurgence in modern culture is part of a broader fascination with ancient Egypt, a civilization shrouded in mystery and allure. The grandeur of the pyramids, the enigmatic hieroglyphs, and the intricate rituals surrounding death and the afterlife continue to captivate the imagination, sparking countless books, films, and documentaries that attempt to unravel the secrets of this ancient civilization. This fascination stems from a deep human desire to connect with the past, to understand the beliefs and practices of those who came before us. Ancient Egypt, with its rich history, advanced civilization, and enduring belief in the afterlife, offers a tantalizing glimpse into a world vastly different from our own, yet strangely familiar in its exploration of universal themes of life, death, and the search for meaning. Anubis's presence in modern culture extends far beyond mere historical curiosity. He has become a ubiquitous figure in popular entertainment, appearing in movies, television shows, video games, and literature. From the menacing, jackal-headed creatures in the Mummy franchise to the wise and enigmatic god Anubis in the popular television series Stargate SG-1, Anubis has been reimagined and reinterpreted to suit a variety of narratives. In video games, he often appears as a powerful deity, his image adorning weapons, armor, and even entire levels. In literature, he has been cast as both a villain and a hero, his ancient mythology providing fertile ground for fantasy and horror writers. These diverse portrayals, while often deviating from traditional Egyptian mythology, demonstrate the adaptability of ancient archetypes to modern storytelling. Anubis's enduring presence in modern culture speaks to the timeless power of mythology. His image, once a symbol of ancient Egyptian beliefs about death and the afterlife, has transcended its original context to become a universal archetype, representing the mysteries of the unknown, the transition between worlds, and the eternal search for meaning in the face of mortality. Whether depicted as a fearsome guardian, a wise guide, or a complex anti-hero, Anubis continues to fascinate and intrigue, reminding us of the enduring power of ancient stories to resonate with contemporary audiences. His presence in our modern world, far from being a relic of the past, is a testament to the enduring power of myth to illuminate the human condition and connect us to the vast tapestry of human experience across time and cultures.